We know that Roger Bacon was teaching Aristotle's physics at Paris in the 1240s. What is more, by 1255 Aristotle's formerly condemned natural philosophical treatises were required for the bachelor's and master's degrees in arts at Paris, as they were already or would be for most medieval universities. Page 24, 25, Galileo Goes to Jail and Other Myths About Science and Religion by Ronald L. Numbers. Although this is but an abridgment of the work, I feel it suffices in elucidating the wisdom attributed to Aristotle by Europeans in the Middle Ages. Aristotle became such a figurehead of learning, that it was now mandatory for every noble, or person of wealth, to become acquainted with his writings, in order to receive their bachelor's or master's. Let us again read the Moorish scholar's view of white people. Page 336. They are nearer animals than men. They are by nature unthinking and their manners crude. Their bellies protrude, their color is white and their hair is long. In sharpness and delicacy of spirit and in intellectual perspicacity they are nil. Ignorance, lack of reasoning power and boorishness are common among them. The Golden Age of the Moor, by Ivan van Sertima. If Aristotle was white, and the Europeans of the time black, then why would blacks revere this man of learning, a man whose people they now subjugate, and to quote the Moor, believe their intellectual perspicacity to be nil, and have a lack of reasoning power? One Arab, who in the 10th century AD, looked upon the face of Aristotle in a dream, wrote, "One of the reasons for this was that Al-Mamun saw in a dream the likeness of a man white in color, with a ruddy complexion, broad forehead, joined eyebrows, bald head, bloodshot eyes, and good qualities sitting on his bed. Al-Mamun related it was as though I was in front of him, filled with fear of him. Then I said, 'Who are you?' He replied, 'I am Aristotle.'" Page 583, Chapter 7, Section 1, The Theorized by Abu el-Faraj Muhammad ibn Ishaq al-Nadim, written in 988 AD. This account, by describing Aristotle as ruddy, and a white man in color, reveals to us that as early as AD 900, he was universally perceived as a white man. If blacks did happen to rule in the Middle Ages, then whites were obviously more smarter, this evidently being the case, if the alleged superior blacks looked to their white serfs for an education. But if whites are not intellectually superior to blacks, then blacks have no choice but to retract their claim of a black Europe, for in not doing so, they are their own worst enemy. Aristotle was white, and in the Middle Ages, his works could be found upon every tongue of an educated nobleman.